Hi, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for joining me. Happy Saturday. I hope you had a great day today and kicked off your weekend. Tell me, raise your hand if you also love a good notebook, because this month's club, the add-on item for it is a notebook, y'all, and the paper is nice and thick, great quality. It's hardback. I'm loving this. I love a notebook. Although I'm always afraid to write in it. Is that weird? I don't know if it's weird. I'm a little bit controlling, so I have a problem letting go of like perfection and making sure that things are perfect. So I'm always afraid I'm going to mess it up and like I'm going to write something in it that I'm going to hate, and then I've screwed it all the way up, right? So I'm going to make a notebook. We'll see if we write in it. Hi, Kathy. And if we can, and if maybe this year can be the year that we kind of let go a little bit and don't freak out and expect everything to be perfect all the time. So this is the transfer for the club this month. The keyword is the word club. If you're not a club member yet, I would love for you to come sign up with me to be my club member. So I want to start with, so this is kind of floral, and I'm trying to decide. I think I'm going to start with this. So I do need to fuzz this. I'm not going to fuzz it a ton, but I am going to fuzz it a little bit. All right, and then we're going to go, okay, right there, I guess. Line it up at the bottom and just begin this way, okay? So this is pretty typical for this transfer. The other ones that I've seen are pretty much the same, but we're going to do it a little bit different. Okay, hey Stace, how are you? This is Cadet. The colors of the month this month are Cadet and Colonial Blue. I'm going to just use a tiny bit because Cadet for me seems to be kind of thinner and run a little bit, so I don't want to use a whole lot. And I'm just doing the bottom part of this design, the floral part, at the bottom of my book, okay? Now, I got this idea from someone else the other day that did a beautiful job of this transfer on the book. So hang out with me and I'll show you how I interpret the idea that she gave me, okay? And again, you can comment club to get this transfer if you're not yet a club member. And of course, I don't know if you know this, but whenever you're a designer or club member, I mean, not club member, perks member, sorry, you can get a discount on your club membership by signing up for perks or signing up as a designer first. And then you get either 30 or 40% off of your membership. Oh, goodness, I should have fuzzed that better. So fuzz it better, okay? Don't leave it to chance, because that was definitely not fuzzed well enough at all. And maybe a little wax probably would have worked great for this. So I'm going to go ahead and wax this now that I've hopefully not completely destroyed my transfer by ripping it up like that. But there's the first part. I'm going to let that dry. And then we're going to do a little bit of layering on this, okay? So I do want to use some wax, and you can always get that in the shop, in my shop, or I do have wax in my inventory here too. If you want to get it faster, you can shoot me a message and I can just invoice you and ship it. Okay, so there's the first part, all dried with my little favorite heat tool ever. And I'm going to wax the entire thing. I should have done that first. Okay, so that's my mistake. And I should have fuzzed that better, but better late than never, right? Also, do you love my new sweatshirt? It's embroidered right here and these little flowers. I got this at TJ Maxx the other day on a whim. I went and bought new jeans, which I'm also currently wearing a new pair of jeans that I bought, but I wasn't in there to buy sweatshirts, and I ended up buying 3 while I was there because I can't be controlled. Hi, Marie. How are you? Welcome. All right, so I'm going to still probably need that wax again, but I went ahead and waxed that, and I just buffed it out a little bit so that there's not like a ton of wax on here. But there's lots of little things. I don't know why I put that over there. On this transfer. I'm going to just set that to the side because I'm going to need that. I have this piece of cardstock that I pulled out of my stash over there the other day to use for this project, and I don't think I cut all of these pieces. I thought I did, but maybe I did not. No, I did not. So I want to use a lot of these little odds and ends on this, and oh wow, I didn't cut any of these pieces, so let's do that now. As you can see, I don't like to cut the backer sheet, especially for something like this that has a ton of pieces, because then I'm going to have a million little pieces of transfer with little backer sheets all over the place, and that, they'll get lost. They'll be gone. Poof. Vanish into thin air. Who knows where they'll end up. I don't know. But, I need to cut this one too, I think. Yeah. Y'all, I'm scatterbrained. I had an appointment this afternoon to get my lashes done and my eyebrows done, and I'm so happy. My girl that does my lashes she threads my eyebrows too. And so I'm going to put this up here, and I'm going to let it kind of cut off on the page. Oh, shoot. I need to fuzz it. Don't forget to fuzz it. I was just telling you guys this. Anyway, she started threading my brows last September, and my right eyebrow, like, I have a scar on my eyebrow from about a million years ago whenever I got into an accident, in a car accident, and I had like my skin got cut right there, and so my hair never grew very well there. And then I would go to nail salons and get my eyebrows done, and every single time my eyebrows would be different, and this one never looked good. Yeah, so hi Cindy, if you comment !notify, which, let me see if I can show you this right here in the comments here, you'll get notifications whenever I go live automatically from Facebook. Okay, no spaces or anything. You can also comment the keyword, which tonight is the word club. And you'll get my secondary notification in case of the Facebook one fails. Because sometimes, I don't know, Facebook glitches and they don't do what they say they're going to do. Hey Wanda, how are you? There you go. Alright, perfect. That works. So then automatically you'll get one as soon as I hit the live button. And then if you also comment the keyword, which is club, then you'll get that secondary one too. So I'm using, hopefully I'm not going to regret this choice. Not Cadet, Colonial Blue. I don't know. I was trying. My brain doesn't work. Anyway, so my eyebrow is always funky. This one always looked like a distant twin or distant cousin or something of my left eyebrow. And the girl that does my lashes and eyebrows, she has gotten my right eyebrow to look so good, y'all. It's very exciting because I've lived my whole life with like a weird thing happening on my face with my eyebrows not matching. And super pleased by that. So that's fun. All right. Now, I'm just randomly picking the pieces, okay, and kind of, I'm going to layer them. Now, this top part's going to be covered a little bit, so I'm not super concerned with it, but I want the parts and pieces to be covered, okay? And then I'm going to use Cadet on this one. I should have used Cadet on the other one because I had a plan, but it's gone haywire now. That's fine. It'll be fine. It's okay. All right, so this is just like random stamps and stuff. This reminds me of like a junk journal, kind of like the chaos of it, and I love that for me. It fits with what I like, so that works for me. And it's kind of a little bit like vintagey, which I also love that look too. I'm not really a master of the vintage look, but I try. And then this would also look great distressed too, so maybe we'll do a little bit of that. I don't know, we'll see. Uh-oh. Okay, so now I'm really starting to kind of layer. So I put that 1949 right over the top of the flowers, at the top right there. And so I use the Colonial Blue on top of that. Now, I don't know if I want to do all that. I was going to put that down here, but I think I'm not going to do that. I don't know. Maybe I should. Just to layer it a little bit with the Colonial Blue. I'll do it. Whatever. It's fine. Worst I can do is mess it up, and who cares, right? It's fine. It won't be messed up. It's art. If you love it, if you like it, I love it, right? And if you don't like it, maybe I do. I don't know. And I do like that on there. That's perfection, actually. All right. So I think I'm good. Now I'm going to make sure this is really dry, and then I'm going to set this to the side. Now I have this piece of white cardstock that, like I said, I pulled it out of my stash before I started, and I'm going to take this part of this transfer that says composition book and stick it right on here. Ooh. It's fine. I should have probably waxed that before I set it down. That was dangerous business. Just throwing this on here and expecting it to be good. And, oh, I'm sorry I'm a mess. I've got lots to do around here. I was out of town last week, and I have a bunch of stuff I ordered from Amazon that's come in today. Hi, Alma. Hey, Tracy. How are you? Hi, Kimberly. I have 2 pieces of furniture that I ordered on Amazon. I'm going to use the Cadet for this, by the way. And I'm just going to go around. I'm not going to do the whole thing. Just on this composition book part. So that I can get this shape. Okay? Anywho, I have a bunch of stuff that I ordered on Amazon. I've got to go in there and put these 2 pieces of furniture together. And open a million boxes that came in. And I also still need to take down my Christmas tree. I was going to do it last weekend when we got back from out of town, but I couldn't be bothered. Okay? I was tired and just didn't want to do much of anything whenever we got home, so I didn't. And then I went out of town this week for work, and so it's just like everything. When I'm busy, like during the week, I end up really neglecting stuff around the house. Pretty much that's my MO. So I'm looking at this and I'm seeing this flower right here, and I really want to use that flower desperately. So I think I'm going to come back to this really fast. Before I put my paste all away, I swear every time I use blue paste or paint, I end up with it all over the place. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm going to layer this right here with the Colonial Blue. I don't know. I kind of like this. This whole club reminds me of a junk journal, if y'all have never seen that. I watch a lot of TikTok videos, and people that are way craftier than me put together junk journals of like different scrapbook elements and stuff like that, and they're so pretty. Like different stickers and like different, all kinds of little pieces and parts and stuff like that that I really love. Okay, so this could be all, right? But that's not all. We still have other pieces. I'm not going to use those tonight, though. I'm going to dry this really well. And then my label for my composition book should be dry-ish. Mostly dry, at least, hopefully. And I'm going to cut this out with scissors. So I'm going to just cut around it. If you had a Cricut or something, you could make this shape. But I have a Silhouette, and it's more hassle for me than anything to use it, so it's fine. You can also cut it out by hand. You can do that with like the Peanuts stuff also, which would be really fun just on paper. I really love that we have the ability to use the Peanuts stuff, and I have a really cute project I want to do tomorrow for that. I have a whole list actually of things, and I intended to go live while I was out of town, but again, I get so overwhelmed by all the things, and I get tired a lot, especially whenever I'm traveling, and I'm working also, so I'm like trying to stay present for work and for my business, and something ends up falling by the wayside. So I was thinking that I want to put this and make it like kind of 3D-ish. Okay, I put my scissors away already, but here's what I'm thinking. It's really cool, Kim. I'm not creative enough, I don't think, for that. And I'm not patient enough for little things like paper stuff. My high school boyfriend loved scrapbooking. He always wanted to make scrapbooks, and so I got into that a little bit in high school, but it never was really my thing. All right, so I took just a couple of little strips of paper and I just folded them like that, okay? Oops. And looking for my glue. I'm going to just put like a little dot of glue inside of this and stick it together, okay? I just want to make it to where it gives me a little bit of a 3D type-ish effect, okay? So I'm going to just hold that together. Oh, I need it there too. Nothing to me is more satisfying than using a new product. So this is Stick Fast. I just opened this bottle, like, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, and that makes me happy. Anyone else, like, you open up new paint or new glue or something, and it's just super satisfying to use it the first couple of times because it's so fresh. The bottle squeezes easily. You don't have issues getting it out because it's empty or whatever. It's so great. Yeah, I love this one too. Hi, Donna. How are you? All right, so now I'm going to take this and I'm going to add these little pieces of paper that I just made to the back of my little thing. Okay, now I know this isn't probably perfect. This is probably not the way you're supposed to do this, but I don't care. I'm going to make it sit up just a little bit off of this page by gluing those on there just like that, and then gluing it right to the front of my book. And it just gives it a slight 3D effect. It's not even like a real noticeable, but it is just raised just a little bit. And I think that's so fun and fancy. And then, of course, I did mention distressing, which is one of my favorite also hobbies, is distressing things. So, uh-oh, Dozer's in here now. This is, I took down the dog door, or the baby gate that was blocking off my room. And he's here. Hi, Dozer. I don't know if y'all can see him over here, but he's here. So everyone say hi to him. And I'm just going around the edges. This is Distressing Ink. This is Walnut. Hopefully he doesn't knock over my lights over here. He is very nosy guy, though. He's sniffing all around. Dozer, get. This might be dangerous for me to have him so close to everything in here, but it's fine. I'm going to go around this little label that I made for it too. Just a little bit. I don't want it to be too much, but I love distressing things, is my point. Okay, and then the last thing that I pulled out was I have a little bit of Nominee paste here, and I'm looking, hold on, for a small, just a tiny brush, okay? Something like this. Oh, that's on there. Oops. All right. Dozer's left the room, thank goodness, because he stresses me out whenever he's in here and I'm live, because I'm always afraid he's going to run into something. Back whenever, so I'm just taking, by the way, this is Nominee, my little brush, and I'm just like dotting some Nominee around on the flower, on the petals. He's back. Didn't take him long. I have this brush is kind of a little bit stiff, which is kind of good. You could do this with a marker too if you wanted to, but I'm just kind of adding a little bit of like those lines or whatever they're called, around, and little dots. So anyway, whenever Dozer was a puppy, I would bring him into my, whenever we were in Tennessee still, I would bring him into my craft room with me over there, and he would want attention, so he would just sit here and bark at me at my desk while I was live. So that's why I kind of had to separate him and keep him out of the room, because if not, who knows what kind of shenanigans he'd be getting into. Okay. I think we're good here with that. So I just added a little bit of the Nominee around, okay? I didn't do anything like with intention. I just kind of, on all the little flowers and petals and all that kind of stuff, I just added some lines and dots. Just, I don't know. Hi, Jocelyn. Anyways, that's my club project, y'all. The paper in this is divine, and I'm afraid to use it because I'm afraid I'm gonna mess it up. So I don't know what I'll use this for, but I want to use it. Okay, this year I'm gonna start using notebooks instead of being afraid of them. So that is something I strive to do. Anyways, let me know what you think. You can comment the word club to sign up for my club, and make sure that you're a Perks member before you do, so that you can get a discount on your club membership. Okay, I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.